Yo, what's up, guys? We got another gameplay review coming for you today. This is going to be a Myers game on Shelter Woods, and definitely lots to learn. There's not really much to say about these anymore. You know, pretty much the same thing as always. Lots of mistakes, lots to learn. So let's just hop right in and check it out. Let's do it. All right, guys, let's check this out. This is going to be a Myers game on Shelter Woods. This is at rank 8. So, yeah, it's also during the event, the Halloween event. You have no add-ons. I think during this patch it shows add-ons, so I think we would have known that anyway. But no add-ons, rank 8. And yeah, during the Halloween event. So that's what it is. You're on Myers, you're on Shelter Woods. We can hop right into this. Okay, your build is Barbecue and Chili 1, which is probably just for blood points. It doesn't really work that well if it's not tier 3 because the range is way too high. Enduring, super good choice. Brutal Strength, pretty good choice. So you have like fuck pallets, basically. And then Franklin's Demise, which is like... you know, if they like all have a bunch of items, like if there's a 4-man item lobby, then I guess... And even then it's like, is it worth it? You know what I mean? Like, I really don't know. Is that worth it? I'm not sure. I feel like Franklin's is like not really a good perk. It's kind of just like an annoying perk. And you can definitely, I mean, you can definitely catch people out that are way too greedy because they really want to hold on to their chains or their chainsaws, hold on to their flashlights. And, you know, I mean, it literally has a flashlight in the picture. So yeah, either way, regardless of your build, I would have liked to see some more tracking perks in there. Your basically only tracking perk is Barbecue and Chili, and it's tier 1, so it's not even that good. Like Whispers 3 would do amazing for you here. Maybe you don't have it though, I don't know. You only have Barbecue 1. But regardless, you walk by, you hear a guy harvesting this plant, and you're like, hey yo, Myers. You maybe could have grabbed this guy actually, for the record. Like, I mean, I don't think you're wrong here to do this, but you probably could have grabbed this guy. This guy seems like blissfully unaware of his surroundings. Like, this guy doesn't give a fuck. He's just sitting here harvesting, dude. He's like, whatever, man. What the hell is he doing? He fucking turned around and, oh my god, dude. I feel like you can see the oh shit in this guy's face, you know? He's like chilling and then he's just like, wait, what the hell is going on? Oh my god, there's a freaking Myers right there. Jesus. And he turns around and runs. You got to tier 2 though, like, right away, which is really good. That's one of the hardest things to do is Myers getting to tier 2. Wait, why'd you not just hit that guy real quick? Wait. What? Why'd you do that? You could have easily hit this guy. Like, he was about to throw God Pallet, but this was an easy hit, dude. Like, lunge at that. Lunge at that. Like, what would likely happen here is that you would hit him, and he would also throw the pallet, which is, like, one of the strongest pallets in the map. And then you could turn around and chase this guy. Like, you could have done so... Like, that would have been so good to lunge here. I don't know why you didn't do it. Like, you would have got 2 really good things out of it, which is 1, a hit, and 2, like the strongest pallet on the map down within the first like 20 seconds of the match. Sorry, I can't say words. And you just like ignore him. You're just like, later, Dwight. I don't want nothing to do with you. I want this Rue happy Dwight. Fuck this guy. So you hit him instead. I guess maybe it's because the guy was the obsession and you didn't want to chase the obsession, but you could have got a hit and then changed target. Okay, I like that you're not respecting pallets. I will say, though, that I would like to see... I want to turn this up a little bit, too. It's kind of quiet. I would like to say that I wouldn't mind seeing you try to play this pallet here. This pallet is not the strongest. This tree pallet is probably one of the weaker tree pallets. I kind of would like to see you at least test this survivor, right? Especially considering you're playing around, like, rank 7, rank 8. I would love to see you, like, really test out this survivor to see how he plays, you know? Like, go around the pallet, loop it a couple times, see if you can mind game him into, like, vaulting it when he shouldn't and stuff, you know? At least, like, once, just to see if you can get a general feel for how good or bad he is. Because if he's a bad survivor, then you can get away with that. Okay, you never want to chase T-walls clockwise. Wait. Yeah, clockwise. You don't want to do it clockwise. So, wow, you actually ran away. Just for the record, another little mistake here that you made, not a huge deal, but T-walls, if you chase them clockwise, like right here, you want to go the other way. Like you want to come in, like you want to go around this way. That way it forces him into this window vault where he has to either vault it, which you can either predict, or if he fakes it, you know, you can predict the fake. It puts him in like a 50-50 situation where if you guess correctly, you get a hit. If you chase this way instead, clockwise, rather than counterclockwise, it basically becomes an infinite. It becomes an infinite until the entity blocker kicks in. Like, you'll never be able to catch up to him in time. Like, he'll just get window vaults easily. It's something I cover in my structures video. It's not a huge deal, but if you ever come across T-walls, you can almost guarantee a hit if you chase them counterclockwise as opposed to clockwise. Either way, this dude runs away from T-walls and goes into Shack where you're going to get a free down. You didn't try to bait out Dead Hard, which is interesting, but he didn't have it, so it's no biggie. But you might want to be careful about Dead Hard just in case. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, why are you carrying him away from basement? But I forgot. Halloween event. You're getting your hooks. Okay. You get one of your Halloween hooks. I hope you can get all 6, man. I'm really rooting for you here. I'm really rooting for you to get all 6 here. I remember the struggle of trying to get these hooks. They were terrible. All right, you find this Obsession Dwight right afterwards was really good. There's really good pressure. You hook the first guy, and you're immediately on the second guy. Immediately. That's really good. You're going to need pressure, seeing as how you have no perks to slow down the game. So you're going to need as much pressure as you can get. You have this guy, man. What? Damn it. What the hell just happened? You kind of like go wide here for some reason. Like you kind of, and then like, okay guys, sorry. My thing like cut out randomly and closed. That was weird. Anyway, you go kind of wide here, right? And then like, I don't even know what happens right here. You just like, you like short swing at the window. Which, why? Like, why not lunge? Like right there, okay, he has one of two choices. He could either A, vault the window, or B, fake vault the window and keep running. Either way, he's fucked if you lunge. Like, if you just lunge this general direction, if he takes the window, you lunge at the window. If he doesn't take the window, you lunge and hit him. There's nearly no reason to ever, like, short swing here. I don't know if maybe you were trying to, like, get a grab. Like, if you were going for, like, one of the grab animations to get, like, the extra points for it or something. Or if you just like getting grabs or what. But a lunge here guarantees a hit. And instead, you, like, short swing, hit the window. He does the window fake and you fall for it. And you're chasing clockwise again, man. See, this is what I mean. You're chasing clockwise. It's okay. You changed. Nice. Good. That's good. You want to change? No. Chase. You can get this guy, dude. He's still at T-walls. Okay, yeah. You're going clockwise. No. You're going. Oh man. You want to stay counterclockwise, man. Don't let him make you go clockwise. Okay. Well, that worked out anyway. So doesn't matter. That worked out anyway. You hit him with the surprise window vault. He wasn't expecting it. He wasn't looking out for it. So it worked out anyways. You're going to pick him up. You're probably going to get DS'd, right? Wow, I think he missed it. I think he biffed it. He either biffed it or he's holding on to it. I don't know. But you get him over to the special hook over here. So that's your second one. Let's see where you go from here. You're not going to see anyone on barbecue. You're probably not going to see anyone on barbecue a lot of the time because, you know, barbecue one. You find this Quentin, though. You're finding people pretty quick, which is cool. Considering you're not running tracking perks, the fact that you're still able to find people pretty quickly is pretty sweet. So, cool to see, man. You find this Quentin, you get a hit on him. Also pretty interesting that you're not really stalking, like, at all. You know, it's not wrong either, right? Like, tier 2 Myers is a pretty strong killer. Okay, that was a nice play there. It was mostly a bad play by the Quentin, but you still played it really well yourself, you know? You, like, ran up. You showed your red light right here. Like, you showed your red light, which scared him into thinking that you were coming this way. And then you moonwalked back. And then we were like, surprise, motherfucker. And he was like, oh, God, he's actually that way. And then you down him. So it was a really good play. He could have, like, been looking out for that, you know? So it was also a misplay on his part. But either way, good shit. Killer is really all about forcing people into misplays. And you definitely forced that misplay. So that was a good move. Good shit. You get him on the hook. You're looking around. Yeah, though, anyway, back to what I was saying. Myers. Tier 2 Myers is honestly a pretty strong killer. Like, Tier 2 Myers is basically like, picture Trapper with no traps, right? Trapper, like, if no one's stepping in your traps, is just like a 32-meter terror radius, default speed lunge killer, right? Tier 2 Myers is like that, but with a default, or sorry, with like a smaller terror radius, you know? Like, you just kind of run around with a smaller terror radius. So he's really, like, not that bad, you know, just to use, like, Tier 2. But you might want to, at some point, at least like 99% your tier 3. That way, if you get into a situation where there's multiple survivors, you can like pop your tier 3 and go ham. Like, that's kind of the power of Myers, you know, is the one-shot downs. You know, if you pop it at the right time. I do think that you definitely shouldn't like give up on hits for the sake of stalking, you know? Like, that's a bad play. But if you're at like a pallet loop or at like a certain structure where you can see them, it might be good just to stock up to 99% real quick, you know? That shit can really carry you later on. One of the reasons why Myers has the potential to be so devastating is because he can snowball so hard. Good hit right there, by the way. That was really good. I'm glad you lunged at that and didn't let him have that for free. One of the biggest reasons, though, is because, you know, you can pop tier 3 and get multiple, like one-shot downs. It makes it possible to get so much snowballing. I guess you predicted the window vault there. You just predicted wrong. That wasn't necessarily a bad play. You, like, thought that he was going to go around and then vault this window in is what you thought. And he didn't. You thought he was going to come in, but he didn't, which is fine. You know, it would have made sense. I might have vaulted that window there as a survivor, so I get it. You kind of lose track of him when you come out. I think he's still at Shack. I guess you don't want to chase around Shack. Shack's really not that bad, man. I'm going to throw it out there, or maybe just want to kick that gen first? I'm confused. Do you want to avoid Shack or not? For the record, Shack is not that bad if you learn to play it. A lot of people act like Shack is some kind of like infinite and there's nothing you can do about it and it's crazy strong. It's really not that bad if you know what you're doing. So for the future, don't be too afraid of Shack, man. Learn to play it. Take a look at like my structure video or whatever if you want. That would help you with your T-wall play too. But yeah, either way, you find the quit and you get a hit on him. Still no stock, man. The M2 button has not seen use in quite a minute, man. You're chasing this guy over here, though. He's running to the jungle gym, which is a long wall jungle gym. Okay, you tried the classic move there. I mean, I see what you were trying. What the fuck is this guy doing? All right. I mean, you tried the move where you, like, pretend like you're not coming to the pallet and then you swing in. He didn't fall for it, but then he just, like, left. That's really weird. I don't understand why this guy left. This is, like, one of the safest pallets that you can be at. And instead of, like, staying here and forcing you to break it, he's just like, fuck it. And he left. Like, what? I mean, good call on your part, though, for the record. Good call on your part to, like, notice that he was doing that and chase after him. Because, yeah, if you would have broke that pallet, he might have been able to get to another pallet, you know? So, good shit there. You pick this guy up and carry him away. It's really, like, see, it's really weird playing at low ranks or, like, against, like, bad survivors. Because, you know, like, how do you predict that? How do you predict that a survivor is going to do that? Like, you saw him running away, right? Which I guess is, you can say you could just react to him. But he could have, like, ran back once he seen you not break the pallet. What the hell is this guy doing? Just wandering around over here. All right, I think this is your first time chasing this guy. You made him drop his spooky med kit. Oh. They're going to catch him real quick. These survivors kind of don't really look like they know what they're doing at all. These guys are not really like running tiles or anything. They're kind of just like running around like chickens with their head cut off until you down them. It's really weird. I gotta say that I would definitely like to have seen you pop your tier 3, like at least like at all, even like once. You haven't really stalked. You've just been chasing and downing. All right. I mean, that's good. I'm glad you're chasing him this way. Right here, like you got to make a decision. Like, for instance, like at that last window, like right here, you got to make a decision, right? Like, he's coming around this corner. He's going to either A, fake window vault, where he like pretends to vault but doesn't, or B, he's going to vault the window, in which case you can meet him to the other side, right? If you think he's going to vault the window, you can run up to like right around here so that your red light is showing in front of you to scare him into vaulting and then moonwalk backwards to meet him at the other side and hit him. Or you can, if you think that he's the kind of killer to fake vault, you can like actually face the other way before, like you can turn around and face the other way and moonwalk forward to make him not see your red light, to make him think that you know, aren't coming this way anymore. And then he might go for a window fake, in which case you could hit him. Either way, like you didn't, like none of the above, and you kind of just held W and he vaulted and then, you know, no hit. So just as a heads up, that's how you can play T-walls. It makes it like a 50-50 guessing game, and you can kind of bait them into making the wrong decision. Right there, he hit you with a window fake that you fell for, which is just kind of unlucky, and then you chased him around clockwise again, which isn't good. He fucked up right there. He should have been able to make that window easily. You shouldn't really be vaulting T-walls. You need to be chasing counterclockwise, forcing them into that 50-50 situation and guessing right. He honestly fucked up there. The only reason he got hit right there is because he fucked up. He shouldn't have got hit there with you vaulting that window. Either way, you go back to the hook. You see this guy. You hit him. You chase him away. That first guy will probably get the unhook now, right? But it also doesn't really look like you care that much. So, you know, that's all good. You can do your thing. chasing him over to the single pallet, and okay, you're gonna swing at it, you're gonna eat it. I'd kick this. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's leaving. Okay, good. You kick it. I like that you at least like see what he's doing. You know, you at least take a look and see if they're actually gonna play the pallet before you kick it. You window faked you too, man. You keep falling for window fakes, man. You gotta watch for that. You gotta watch for that. It's a very common thing that people do at high ranks is window fakes. They'll bait like they're going to the vaulted window, then they won't, you know? And if you notice someone's doing it often, you know, you can know to look for it, right? Or if you just can tell that a survivor is kind of a skilled survivor, right? Like this Dwight, this Rue shirt Dwight, you can tell that he's a pretty okay survivor, you know? So if you can kind of like just in the middle of a chase be like, okay, this guy's pretty decent, you can kind of like, you know, then expect that kind of stuff. Like right here, like he's kind of like right here, you don't quite sell this enough. I get what you're trying to do here. You're trying to bait him into vaulting to be able to the other side, which might have worked, but you don't really sell it enough. You know what I mean? Like you kind of like run up here and then immediately go. You know what I mean? Like he's looking for that. You want to like take like a half a step in the front door, you know? If he sees you take like a half a step in the front door, he's going to panic, pull the trigger, you know? And then go to the other side. You kind of like don't sell it enough, you know? You kind of just immediately go. And he's like, yeah, well, I ain't vaulting. Fuck that. And then you swing through that pallet, which isn't really crazy because, you know, I guess you maybe thought he was going to drop it. But you swinging through that pallet kind of means that he can keep looping, you know? And then you come back in rather than chasing him. Then you vault the window. And then you... What's going on here? Yeah, you need to work on your Shack game for sure. For sure. You're not really playing Shack. You're kind of playing Shack like super predictable. Like you're kind of just holding W right now. Tell you what you can do to give you like some constructive feedback of what you can do here. Like this guy pretty much got the full use of Shack out of you. Like he ran you around here until like Bloodlust 2-ish. And then he threw the pallet to break your Bloodlust. Like he pretty much played you like a fiddle here. Tell you what you can do, like first off, if you're chasing, like first off, you can dictate what direction you chase, right? So first off, you can chase the other way, clockwise, as opposed to counterclockwise, which you're doing now, right? So that's one thing you can do, which makes it a little bit easier to play. But even going clockwise, or sorry, even going counterclockwise, like right here, you need to be hugging the wall tight, right? Okay, wait, this is actually the second time that you do it. You do this twice that you do this. What you need to do is you need to hug the wall tight, okay? Like right here, you kind of go like way around the outside, which you need to hug the wall tight so you get maximum pressure. And you have two choices, right? You can either run up here. Okay, god damn it, you turned around. You can either like run up to about... You can either run up to about here, maybe slightly less. Actually, this might be like the perfect distance. You can run up to about here, maybe a little bit less. And then moonwalk back to the other side of the window, right? To see if you could bait them, see if you could bait them in the vaulting. But what's interesting is that this Dwight player is actually pretty good. You know that he window fakes. You know that he looks out for you for your mind games, right? Like you tried it before. You didn't really sell it quite enough, but you tried similar strategy before and it didn't work because he was looking for it, right? So something you can do here is you could actually fake the mind game, right? Like you can run up to about here. And then, like, turn away so that your red light isn't showing. You know, he'll see that and be like, oh, he's not coming in. He's trying to meet me at the other side of the window. Then he won't vault. But you can turn away for, like, a second, just enough to get him to not vault, and then moonwalk into the shack. Like, hiding your red light and then moonwalking into the shack. He won't vault because he'll think that you're going to meet him at the other side. And then you come in moonwalking, and then he'll be like, oh, fuck, what do I do? And then he won't have enough time to vault. If he tries to vault, he'll probably get a medium vault, and you should be able to get a hit. Or he'll be forced to drop pallet. Which if he's forced to drop pallet, then, you know, Shack pallet's gone, and then you basically are, you know, totally good to run Shack from then on out, because you'll eventually get Bloodlust. But you kind of do like neither, like you kind of like none of the build. There's a lot of different mind games you can do here. As long as you can predict him correctly, like you basically have to look at the skill level of the survivor, right? And then try to predict him correctly, and then think about the play that you can do that counters what he's thinking, right? And I can tell you right now that this guy is looking at the door and he's anticipating you either A, coming inside, or B, running to the other side of the window to meet you, right? And if you fake that, if you faked running to the other side and then go in, he would 100% get hit. but you kind of just hold W instead, and it's super predictable, and it's exactly what he's looking for. And yeah, you basically just let him loop you. Like, you just let him loop you. This is like the common mistake I see at Shack all the time. You can definitely play Shack. Either way, you eventually get Shack Pallet down, so that's good. You at least eventually get it down. So Shack is like way less strong now without a Pallet. You give up on him, which might not be a bad idea. This guy is clearly a pretty good survivor. So, like, really, like, you can catch that guy. I believe in you. But it's really not a wrong move, you know? If there's one survivor in the game that's clearly better than everybody else, it is definitely not a bad move to not chase them and instead chase other people that are easier to catch. Because as long as people are down and people are on hooks, that's map pressure, right? It doesn't matter if it's the worst player or the best player. It'll get the best player off gens because they'll have to save people, right? So, like, picking on the worst players on a team is honestly like the best strategy. So, like, this Quentin played this terribly, man. Not to be rude, but like, I don't know what the hell this guy's doing, you know? So, like, chasing like this guy rather than that Dwight is actually a really good play. So the fact that you left that chase seems like it seems like, oh, you're giving up and, you know, you let him win or something, but it's really not. It's actually the smart play. Like, that was a really good play. He ended up having adrenaline too, so if you would have committed to chasing him, he would have just got adrenaline, and then you probably would have been fucking hyper tilted because, you know, that sucks. But you kill that guy, you might want to get the fuck in there, dude. Oh wait, is the door already open? The door's already open. You're just stalking him to stalk. Okay. Yeah, the door's already open. They're gonna get out. You're stalking them so that maybe you can get the last guy. They all get out, but now you're 99% in, so this guy tries to like run right past you or something, then maybe you can get a one-shot down. I can't believe that was the first time you stalked all game aside from getting to tier 2. Yeah, look. Yeah, buddy. Fuck yeah, dude. There you go. Well, you get a cheeky second kill right at the end because this guy's like hustling, trying to get out right past you. Oh, and this is the last one you need for your thing too, right? You went from empty to full in one game. Hell yeah, that's clutch as shit. Not only do you get your second kill, but you also fill your vial. Nice, dude. Nice. I mean, all in all, this wasn't a bad game. You filled your vial. You got 4 stacks of barbecue and chili. You got 2 out of the 4 kills. I would highly recommend working on how you play tiles, specifically Shack and T-walls. I would highly recommend you, the person that sent me this video, assuming that you watched this review. I don't see why you wouldn't. I would highly recommend that you watch my other video that is about structures. It's called like Guide to Map Structures, I think. I guess I could link it below. I would highly recommend you check that out, or anybody that's watching this that struggles similar with like Shack or any of these like structure tiles to watch that video, because it'll help you a lot to understand how it's played as Survivor as well as how to counterplay it as Killer, because that was really your main flaw here. You played this pretty well. You were constantly finding people. You were pretty good in chases aside from that. The other major mistake you made was that you never stalked. Like, at least 99% of your tier 3 every once in a while. Like, you don't want to overstock. Like, if you're spending too much time stalking, then you end up wasting a lot of time. But, like, not stalking at all is just, like, you know, you're not even using your ability at that point. You know what I mean? Like, you might as well just, I don't know. Like, it just seems weird to not use your ability at all. But all in all, like, definitely not a bad game. I mean, you're only rank 8 too. You're only level 40, so you don't have like that many perks. I don't know how experienced you are. You're not prestiged at all. I don't know how experienced you are. I mean, if you're like newer to the game, then you're definitely off to a really good start. Like, this was definitely a solid gameplay. There's definitely some bits to... Sorry, there's like a really loud vehicle outside. I think they're plowing snow or something. Anyway, you're definitely off to a really good start. You definitely get the bare basics. There's just some more like advanced stuff that that you definitely can like work on, you know, that I definitely think will help you step up your game. I also want to say that they only had a toolbox and a med kit, and you brought Franklin's. Going back to your build, I don't know what you had because you're only level 40, so I'm guessing you didn't have much. But I would have ran almost anything other than Franklin's here, to be honest with you. Like, it's really not a big deal to make them drop their toolbox med kit, you know? Like, the only time I personally would never bring Franklin's, but I guess the only time I'd ever say it was really worth is if they had like 3 items or more. And especially if they were like scary looking items, you know, like if I wouldn't even say flashlights, to be honest. I would say like multiple toolboxes and med kits, you know, just one of each isn't really a huge deal. But like insta meds are scary, right? Like insta heals and toolboxes can be pretty scary because they generally get the gens done way faster. But I don't know what other perks you had. You might have just had a bunch of garbage, but I would have thrown on anything. If you had anything that stalled the game, even if it was like something bad like thanatophobia or something, I would have thrown on just about anything other than like even like you're Myers, so I would even throw on like save the best for last, to be honest. Like something other than Franklin's. But you know, that's really not a huge deal, you know. Your build wasn't like a big reason why you lost this or anything. And honestly, you didn't really lose. You played good. You probably pipped, right? Like I'm sure you probably pipped. You played pretty solid. Did we actually get to see whether you pipped or not? Yeah, you pipped. So yeah, I mean, it was a decent game. I would say definitely check out the map tutorial on structures, and just keep doing your duty, man. I mean, I think if you just work on your moonwalking, you work on your mind games a little bit, you definitely play the general palace well. You definitely seem to have a good feel for the game. You seem pretty good at reading people. You're also not stubborn. You don't like, you know, you're okay with giving up on a chase if you know it's not a good idea to take it, which like you did with that Dwight, which is really good. So yeah, man, good footage. Thank you for submitting, and good luck going forward. I think you're going to improve a lot, honestly. You definitely are definitely very promising. I can see you being a beastie killer in the future for sure. Thank you for submitting. It was fun to review. That's all. Yo, I hope you guys enjoyed your review. Remember that you guys can submit footage yourself by joining the Discord that's linked below, sending me a DM that has the link to your footage in an unlisted YouTube video. Make sure that the game is a bad game with mistakes being made, and make sure that the video quality is good so that we can watch it without our eyes hurting. And that's it. And I will review it in the future. Thank you guys all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you guys like the content, and hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. See you.